Hello and welcome to the Islamic Finance Weekly. Innovation is a key driver for technological revolution, and the global fintech ecosystem is embracing this. Islamic fintechs are also taking advantage of this development to achieve scale and transform the nascent industry. The 2022 Islamic Fintech report from Dina Standard shows that there are over 300 Islamic fintechs globally, covering a wide range of customers and financial needs through several emerging technologies. For a country like Nigeria, where Islamic fintech is still at its budding stage, what are the prospects for the citizens who want to venture into halal businesses using fintech as a viable means of transactions? Today on the Islamic Finance Weekly, the focus will be on unlocking Nigeria's digital economy through the Islamic fintech ecosystem. And joining me now for this conversation is the Chief Executive Officer of Alhumaidy Global Financial Services, Dr. Mohammad Jidda. Good morning, Dr. Mohammad. Thank you for coming on the program.
Good morning or good afternoon, dear Bukola. How are you once again?
I'm fine.
It's been a while, and it's very nice afternoon to meet you once again today.
Same here, Mohammad. Thank you very much for coming on this program once again. Really appreciate you.
It's a pleasure to me.
Let me start with the recent report from Dina Standard, which shows that the global Islamic fintech market was estimated at $79 billion in transaction volume in 2021 and projected to grow to $179 billion by 2026. So how can we combine fintech and ethical values to create simple and accessible halal products?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. To begin with, in the Islamic community, the Quran identifies a Muslim way of life which is into two categories. The one which is halal, which is permissible and lawful, and the one which is not halal, which is haram, unlawful and non-permissible. That is the way of life in the Muslim religion. We can say that the Quran have said, يا أيها الناس كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا. All men who believe, eat what is on the earth lawfully and halal, and avoid the shaitan footsteps. That is very clear in the Quran context. And the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam said in the hadith also, which is very clear, al-halal bayyinun. Halal is very clear. Permissible things are very clear. And al-haram bayyinun. Also the non-permissible or non-permitted things are very clear. And between the two, they are on that full means. So it's only few people that are much educated in the Islamic jurisprudence can know the difference between the two. Coming to the opportunity and accessible, simple way that we can get the halal product. Fintech has supported the financial services in different way.
Exactly.
Based on NTFC, what is fintech? Fintech are the financial services, which mean the financial technology that provides services to the public and access financial product, facilitate transaction, etc. So the easy way that we can access this based on halal product and based on ethical values. The Sharia is a unique way of life. The Sharia have teach us the steps, the transaction dynamics on everything that we need in this life. So we need to follow the ethics values. What are the ethic values? The ethic values are from Islamic law or Islamic Sharia law. So you should eat what is halal. There is a situation in which even you eat something that is not halal, it will affect your body. It will cause some bad issues to the health of your body also as well. So the way we can follow this, we need to follow the accordance of Sharia. The Sharia have rules, we need to follow them accordingly. The first rule, let me give an example of a halal product, like for example, if you want to eat meat, the Sharia way, you need to slaughter the meat according to the Islamic way, which is saying Bismillah in the name of Allah, and also keep the cow or anything that you want to slaughter facing the Qibla. Also putting all the rules that Islamic has put it according to the Sharia law. You are not to consume what is haram, what is non-permissible. So the process flow that you will follow in slaughtering these according to the Islamic law. So that is why halal is very is a very way of life that when it follows, it will take us to the next level of protection of even getting some sort of diseases. unhealthy food, that when you consume them, you will fall sick. So we need to follow all this way of life according to the Sharia rules that comes with the ethics values, which are saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, putting the cow facing the Qibla, and when cutting the yam, you cut it slowly. Don't disturb even the animal that is dead. Islamically, you are not to disturb the flesh of the body of the animal. So that is all way of life can access the halal product nowadays in this our future life.
Definitely, Mohammed, for talking about halal, halal hinges on integrity, safety, and food supplies, pharmaceuticals, and all other transactions. And even as a Muslims, everything, all our activities must pertain with halal as something that is permissible. And looking at how Islamic Fintech can promote halal economy in Nigeria, Nigeria really needs to venture into halal economy for people to really tap into it, and particularly the millennials who are digital savvy. Thank you very much for sharing your perspective with us. Now, Nigeria has a thriving fintech ecosystem, but in terms of its contribution in Islamic fintech, it is very low and not significant. So what is the challenge facing the Nigerian Islamic fintech? What do they need to do to get it right?
What ways can Islamic Finance Hub create a robust digital halal economy in the country?
Okay. Based on the FSA, there are only 9 Sharia fintech out of the 127 fintech that have been registered, because the need of the Muslim Ummah or the need of the Muslim community in need of halal product is needed digitally, because Muslims are very concerned on riba usually. Also, the scope of the Islamic finance, the Sharia context, is not allowed to do gambling. They are not allowed to do uncertainty or gharar or anything that Sharia is disqualified with. So when driving the fintech through these issues of halal, we need to put the cryptocurrency also is in halal way, the blockchain, also the ecosystem of the financial technology or digital technology should be in halal accordance. When coming to the conventional or banking system in halal, we don't look at the difference, because they all work together in hand to hand to promote the financial technology, to make things easier and to make things provided for the customer as easy as the other contact values do. So Nigeria as a whole country, it needs to support the financial technology in terms of driving the robust digital economy of the halal industry. Looking at the population of the Islamic people or the Muslim people in Nigeria is about, I think, 60 to 70 or 50%. So all these Muslims, how can they access the halal product if they are financially excluded from this? So we need to financially try to onboard them or put them in the system through the halal driving tool, which is through the financial technology. That is why I said in the first question that you asked, the financial technology, which is the fintech, need a support from the industry. Which industry? The financial technology support from the Islamic banking. They are the model now that will drive this industry to the next level. So we need a strong integrated financial technology that will move this system ahead to the next level. And Nigeria is one of the greatest countries and one of the great hub for African in the halal industry. Looking at the general halal industry, is up to 9.17 trillion USD, estimated to be in 2025. So one of the countries listed there is Nigeria, with other Malaysia, Indonesia, Iran, and Iraq, and the GCC countries. So when we look at the hub of Africa of halal industry, Nigeria is one of them. And we cannot achieve that. We cannot achieve that unless we change our value chain, which is driving the economy of halal ecosystem through the financial technology, which is the digital technology as well.
We need collaboration from both the Islamic banking, the financial technology regulators, for this market to thrive. What are the opportunities for stakeholders?
One is the government. Government can play a huge role in this segment. The halal supply chain cannot move or cannot give an impact or a significant impact role in the halal industry when the government is left behind. So government need to look at the halal industry on how to create the halal market, also creating halal legislation, Also, the guideline must be looking at sometimes. So identifying the halal ecosystem, identifying the halal of the food value chain is very important through the stakeholders, which are the government officials. Without the government, we cannot support the halal industry to move any further because we lack of halal certification. We have an import and export of halal product which has not satisfied. So with the certification of halal product, government can drive the issue to the next level also as well. We have NGOs, also we have the trade associations. We have some trade associations that are in need of halal products. So when they drive this halal market, the issue is it will change directly to the next level of what we are expected to be in the next 2025. So we need the support of government in terms of certification, in terms of legislation, in terms of guideline driving. We can follow the IOFI guideline, which is the main accounting auditing for the Islamic finance ecosystem as well, before getting our own guideline to move to the next step of driving the halal ecosystem in the next future, which is 2025.
Yes, also, Mohammed, we also need the strong international partners for Nigeria to leverage on halal economy. Looking at Malaysia, for an example, we also need strong international partners to drive the halal economy.
Yes, that is why the role of Abuja Chamber of Commerce playing now in the industry of halal is a very optimistic role. I like their style. So you can see they have been moving one place to another, collaboration with Thailand, collaboration with Malaysia, collaboration with Indonesia, with Turkey, all for the halal industry to move to the next level. Because we lag behind in Nigeria in the industry of halal, in which this market is tapped very well. Nigeria will be the hub of South, I can say, with the sub-Saharan African in the next coming nearest 2023. That is why the Chinese people have already set up their goals and their vision and mission to tap this industry in several parts of the industry. Halal is not all over about food, but we have different segments of halal, the pharmaceutical, the halal tourism, halal fashion design, and others. So we are far left behind, but we need to push it and move it to the next level by collaboration with the international supporters from outside, like Malaysia, Indonesia. Thailand is one of the best countries that support halal industry. Being it having the few minority Muslims there, they are only about 2%. But if you look at the halal market, it's very huge. It's up to 80%. They are producing to the global world halal products, in which we will have the population here, but we are not using the population to promote our economy to the next development of the stage of the country.
We need more public awareness on the opportunities in the halal.
Indeed, we need more public awareness and education, research further on what is halal and what is haram also as well.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammad. As we wrap up the conversation, I want you to share with us the nexus between halal entrepreneurship and Islamic banking and finance.
Yes. Actually, there is still lack of nexus between the two industries, and there is a need to create awareness among the various stakeholders, including the public, entrepreneurs, and Islamic financial institutions, to use Islamic finance as their capital halal production of goods and services. Also, there is a need to create halal ecosystem consisting of halal industry players and Islamic financial system. A halal ecosystem can combine food industry players and also can combine what kind of, including the drinks we take, the beverages, the meat, also the spices, and many more. Other part of the ecosystem will be halal infrastructure development, including projects like warehouse, logistic, and all that kind of thing. So, looking at this, according to the economic growth that just displayed, I think in the last halal seminar in Lagos, I think, if I'm not forgetting, some of the presenters said there is a link between the entrepreneurial performance and also the Islamic banking. So, however, the entrepreneurship positively influences the economic growth through the reduction of unemployment and increases the creativity and also productivity of the halal industry. But when the entrepreneurship are trying to move the halal and they don't have any support from the big players in the industry, they cannot move further. So we need to push that and see all the lapses and the challenges to move this industry further by collaborating the two the two industries, the halal industry and the Islamic banking and finance industry, to move to the next level in an easy way. And you can see most of the companies now consisting of the halal industry, they are very moving sluggish. Why? One of the things is lack of awareness and lack of getting support from the big industry, which is the Islamic finance, the Islamic finance bank or Islamic banking and finance, that are not supporting the industry very well. Looking at it like maybe what I understand from the Islamic banks, they are thinking that maybe the halal sector will take their work. No. It's not like that. Islamic finance and halal are working hand in hand. The difference is that this is a certification and this is a financial body also as well. But the movement and what is required based on development of economy is all the same. So we need to support each other in making progress of this life of the halal industry as well.
Your recommendation?
The main recommendation in this is we need to create a strong financial technology.
Okay.
And also, the next thing, we need a huge support from the government. Support in the financial technology, support in the halal industry, support in legislation, support in the guideline, also support in certification of halal products which have been imported and exported outside the country in all the levels. That is the main thing we need. And also, the industry players need to give their time of awareness of what is halal, also give accessibility of the easiest way that can take it step by step to the next level. That is also can be supported by the financial technology as well. So education, research, awareness is all needed, and support from the government as well is needed to drive the economy to the next level.
Indeed, Dr. Mohammad, Jidda, Islamic Fintech can assist emerging businesses by offering a variety of innovative products and services. It has the potential to provide a cost-effective alternative to deepening financial inclusion in Nigeria. Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammad Jidda. It was nice having this conversation with you. Really appreciate your intervention. Have a nice day.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.
That will be all for this edition of the Islamic Finance Weekly. Connect with us on porshare.co to watch our weekly videos, read our news stories. You can as well follow us on all our social media platforms displaying on the screen. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed.